Hello, my name is Ali, and welcome to my channel. We are back with Mystic Destiny Serendipity of Aeons, Taku's route. Let's go. For the remainder of the night, I read until I pass out where I sit. And we move to chapter 5 that quickly. Respite for the wicked. Interesting. Right now, Takumi is taking me somewhere on a scooter. But yesterday, like a vampire, I slept the entire time the sun was up. I gotta sneeze. Okay, I'm back. I sneezed. Okay. Though, who knows if they even do that? Can't believe they're real. But when I woke that evening, both Taku and Aurelia were gone. I said it right. I tried to record this earlier, and I just, for some reason, kept saying Aurelia. Or, what was I saying? Aurelia? I don't remember what I was saying. Aurelia, I think it was. Like Ariella, but I don't know. Not Aurelia. I took care of withdrawing from Hajiwara, as much as it hurt to do so. But I know that I can't concentrate on my studies right now. If I try to focus on too many things, I'll just fail everything. So something had to go. I studied a lot more as well. Besides beginning to gain knowledge of what sort of magics there are, I found out that even just a basic summoning of magic can take a long time to master, which is depressing me, honestly. I have to say, I like how each route it's different on how she learns her magic or how fast. Like with shows, it took her a lot of time to learn it. And she was pretty much near middle or near the end of his route that she started kind of able to control her magic. Then with Tatsuya's, she learned a little bit quicker, but still it wasn't that great. It's better than Sho's route, but she was still having issues. But then there's Shinji's route where she didn't have any issues whatsoever. She immediately started learning magic like that. I mean, it was crazy. And now there's this one, she's trying to learn all this on her own. She's having issues, which is depressing me, honestly. Well, whatever. I'm determined to get a hold on it until I can find Chizuka and make her reverse this shit. I did practice controlling and calming my magic, though. After that, it was pretty easy to figure out that my magic is directly connected to my feelings. I studied control late into the night again, with never seeing Taku or Aurelia that day. And when I woke up this evening, Takumi was suddenly there, saying he was going to take me out for a Friday night date. Having no choice but to agree, I'm now on Takumi's scooter, my arms wrapped tightly around him so I don't fall off. Admittedly, why did I say that? Admittedly. Okay, I'm like, why can't I say that word right? It's nice to feel the wind in my hair and to actually not think about anything gloomy for once. I wonder where Taku is taking me. I hate that they keep going back from Taku to Takumi. I hate that. I'm going to probably say that in every episode, but it drives me nuts. If you pick one name, pick it. Don't say it both constantly. It drives me nuts. I don't know why it does. It just does. But why can't you just, if she's going to call him Taku, stay with Taku, not Takumi and Taku? And they do it in the same sentence sometimes too, which is really annoying. I already asked 3 times, but he won't tell me. A banana. I like the banana. Oh, I can't hide my surprise when we walk into a big pool area. Of all the places that I expected to go to, it wasn't there. This is where I work as a lifeguard. Or, well, did up until yesterday. What do you mean by that? I have a feeling that shit is about to hit the fan. So I asked for some time off work indefinitely. Since I got a good track record, they agreed to let me come back whenever I wanted. If I ever do, anyway. Shit hitting the fan? And how do you know this exactly? With you suddenly coming into my life? And the possible breakthrough in Yasu's case. Let's just call it detective's intuition. Anyway, I'll go get us some snacks. Taku leaves, and I turn to examine the pool. Other than some people playing with a beach ball, hardly any people are here. Oh, I thought that was sand right there and not like stone. I'm like, why do they have sand inside? Weird. Although that's hardly surprising considering the time of day and year. Taku quickly comes back with some snacks and points to the edge of the pool. We can chill over here. Over there. Sorry. Unless you want to get to the pool. With what bathing suit? My thoughts exactly. I'm fine. The air is kind of cold in here anyway. We go sit at the edge of the pool with our snacks, and after rolling up our pant legs, we dangle our feet in the pool. So, how'd you start working here? I knew you were really into swimming, but I still didn't think you'd be a lifeguard. I ask while struggling with one of the snack bags. Who even makes them so hard to open? The struggle doesn't last long. Takumi takes the bag from my hands, opens it for me, and hands it right back. Well, I needed money for my night job gear, and I was accepted into Hajiwara on a swimming scholarship, so it just made sense. Taku shrugs and takes some food from my bag. I stare at him for a moment, a little surprised that he'd just help himself like that. But what's more surprising, or perhaps not at all, is how natural it feels for him to do it. The familiarity of the situation brings back memories of us sitting together like this in the past and sharing whatever food we had. Some things really do stay the same. And you started your night job because? Because after looking for clues on what happened to Yasu, I hit a wall. I met Aurelia during that time. It's a long story. I know. You want to know anyway. You're as curious as ever. Well. Takumi moves closer to me. I think it's move in closer to me. Takumi moves in closer to me. It's almost as if it was unconscious. Like he's seeking comfort for whatever he's about to tell me. Taku looks up at the sky and through the glass. See? They said Takumi in the last couple of sentences. Now it's Taku again. Drives me nuts. After you left, I started staying at Yasu's place, looking for clues on what happened to him. I searched Yoru as well. I was a young kid. I didn't know anything. So I got beat up a lot in those days. Thinking back on it, those were some hella shitty times. I barely had enough to eat, and my parents thought I was at my grandmother's. 2 cops didn't even know their kid was missing, huh? Eventually, I ran into vampires. I saw some things back then. Death, and worse. Things I wasn't able to prevent. I was lucky to get out alive. I was such an idiot. I did so many stupid things. Takumi sighs. I met Aurelia. Then she bailed me out from one stupid decision too many. She saved my life during that mess, and I kind of saved hers. After that, she thought I should follow in my father and brother's footsteps. She said I should try to direct all the passion and energy I had into helping others. She became my parkour mentor and helped me meet people that would teach me how to use weapons. With her help, I opened up my unofficial private detective agency as Dante Shirogane. And the rest is just history. Wow, that's... I look away. For some reason, that I can't quite grasp. I feel incredibly... For some reason that I can't quite... Why can't I say that right? For some reason that I can't quite grasp, I feel incredibly sad. You were so busy while I was away. You probably faced so many hardships. Yeah. We fall silent and simply look up at the sky above together. Our hands so close together that we're nearly touching. So close that I can almost feel him. As the sun sets, a cool breeze passes between us, and I take my feet out of the water, pulling my knees against my chest. It's weird. How do they feel a breeze when they're inside like that? I don't know. Looking down at the water, I begin to speak. You know, I didn't think we'd ever get to do this again. I thought that you didn't ever want to speak to me again back then. When you didn't show up to say goodbye that day. Of course, I always want to talk to you. I mean, I'm sorry. After you left the country, I didn't know how to reach you. I'm glad I was able to help Yasu, even if I was too late and too useless. But I always regretted never getting to say goodbye to you. So, I'm glad you're here now. Taku hesitantly puts his hand on mine, and I glance down at it. We are going to give his hand a squeeze. I give Takumi's hand a small, reassuring squeeze. I look into his eyes, trying to communicate that it's okay, that we're still friends. But Takumi looks surprised more than anything. For a moment, he looks away. After a moment, Taku sighs and pulls his hand away, putting it into his lap. Hey, Munchie, when you were young, didn't you used to have a crush on my brother? What? His question throws me off balance. I try to gather myself a bit before answering. It was probably a bit more than a crush, but yeah, I guess. I push a strand of my hair out of my face. I mean, why are you even asking that now? Just wondering. So, what did you do while you were gone? How was the UK? It was nice. It's an interesting place. Very different from Japan and yet similar in some ways. I liked it, but I feel most at home when here. Hey, watch out! I look up and see a ball coming right at me. In the brief moment between panic and understanding what's happening, I suddenly feel like I've been set on fire. The ball explodes mid-air before it can come close to me. Behind the flaming, falling pieces of the ball, I can see the people's confused and terrified expressions. What? My skin feels like it's being stabbed with millions upon millions of hot needles. I can't turn it off. Whatever it is exactly. I look at Takumi, and a small flame bursts into life and explodes mid-air, right where he was sitting before he suddenly hopped away. In a rush, Takumi gets behind me and covers my eyes and pulls me up from the pool. Although blinded and confused, the sensation of Takumi's unexpectedly soft hand on my eyes feels almost calming amidst the chaos. Sorry about the ball, guys. Wow, that was crazy, huh? I hear him say, even as he drags me along somewhere. In a strange moment of serenity among the utter panic, a single thought comes to mind. We must look like a pair of complete weirdos right now. Takumi desperately whispers to me, "Cover your eyes." He drops his hand and pulls me along by the hand instead. I do as I'm instructed, even if the fear settles in my head. Shit, what just happened? Did I do that? Did I destroy that ball? Did I almost hurt Takumi? Without another word, we rushed out of the pool. I had to keep my eyes closed, even on the scooter, until the ride itself calmed me down. Afterward, I immediately felt exhausted, to the point that Takumi offered to let me ride on his back, but I refused. I tiredly trudged past Aurelia, who follows me with her eyes. I don't have the energy to look back as Takumi starts explaining what happened to her. I fall into the bed, barely able to keep my eyes open. Damn these powers. I'm so worn out. I didn't ask for this shit. I need to find Shizuka as soon as possible. The door opens then, but I can't find the strength to push myself up to see who it is. Taku comes into view then. How are you feeling? Like shit. You really haven't changed much. Anyway, I wanted to tell you that I'm going out tonight to get something that will help you with your powers. I'm having Aurelia help me. So if something happens you need to call, or if something happens, you need us, call me. We won't be too far away. I barely managed to nod before I fell asleep. I'm going to let you guys go here. I hope you are enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.